Part for us to do is look at this Vue router, and if you want to go to the documentation for this, it's called router.vuejs.org/API. You can just search for Vue router and hopefully get to this spot. But what we want to go is scroll down here where it says Vue router props and this part here. So what we want to do is we want to actually, once we click the specific, in our case, item here, so item 1, 2, 3 headliners, so oops, not that one, over here, 1, 2, or 3 with the ID, or the name of the headline, whatever, we want to grab that information and pass it along into our product details page, right? So what we're going to use down here is the name route here, and this is what we want. So this is similar to what we have right now. So this is, let's just find one of those. Where we go, this here, up here, is the one we use right now to switch between the two pages and products, main, whatever, right? But down here we're doing a little bit more. We are grabbing the name of our component, and then we're using params to send in some different information so we can grab them in the new component that we are loading and store them there and actually show them. So that's what we're going to do next. So click this, and instead of going to the front page, we want to go to product 3, right? So back to our Visual Studio Code and locate your router view here. Now I'm just gonna move this down some lines so that just after the ending tag here, I'm just gonna do this so it looks like this. Because this 2 now is going to look quite different than what you just saw before. So between these two, let's just actually do this. Remove. Between the two of these, what I call quotes, just do space, so the start quote up here, end quote down here. And in here, we're just going to type in the things we need. Now, as you can see on the page here, they're using the notation to create objects. So the first one will be the name of our first object, our component here, and the next one will be the things we pass along with it with the params. All right, let's actually just copy this so we don't make mistakes. So this is the one we want to copy, and this is here. Awesome. Now our name is not user, our name is product, because that's where we want to send them, right? To use this component, once we click it, load this component instead of products. In our params, we are also going to, I'm just going to do this, and we can clean it up a little bit after, so everything looks correct. But let's fix this. It's not supposed to be this color, it's supposed to be light blue. So router, oh, here, we need to bind it to this. So v-bind, so that, because we want to use data from down here, right? That's why we're using, so v-bind : and 2, and then we can do it, then we're back to normal. So back to the product here, and the things we want to send in is all these parameters down here. So we actually need to send in all of this stuff, because that's what we want to use in the next one. So the first one we want to pass through is the ID, whoops, not UID, ID, and that is actually the product ID for each iteration, right? So for each time we go through a loop here, this one changes, and what we're doing here is just, if we click 2, then this will actually equals to 2 in this case, but we're just grabbing the ID from the for loop, right? That's why we're doing it like this. So if we click 3, this one will state 3. That's the dynamic version. So this is for ID, and let's just copy all of these. So the ID, I just didn't copy it, my bad. Let's do it again, copy. The next one we want to pass through is headline, and that's product head. You can see where this is going, right? And you can just continue by yourself without looking at the screen. So placement is called product placement. And I'm just gonna go copy paste 1, 2, 3. So the next after placement will be description, and it's actually helping me. Woohoo! Description, and next one will be price, product price, and the last one will be my image link and image link. Whoopsie daisy, image. There we go. So this is us using the params to send for when we click the button, it's going to send the information along with it, with the click, right? So in this case, the product, the headliner for, well, basically it's going to send the entirety of this one down here. Awesome. So that's what we're going to do in this first one here. Let's go check out what this does to our we get an error. something. So apparently I don't think it likes, so we need to do this and have it up here. So I don't think it really likes the separation of line or space here, so just make sure these two are connected to each other, and let's go back. Oh, it looks like it works now. All right, so it's back to working. Now, if we hover here, you can see at the bottom of the screen where it says down here, when I move the mouse, it disappears, but it says /product, or we can just click it. So we go to product page, but this is like what we have before. It's not really doing anything specific. It's sending all the information we want, but we need to also declare the router, tell it in the router that it's going to pass in something more than just this here. What we want to pass in, as you can see in the first one here, once I click it, you can see it says /1, right? Or /2. So this is ID 2. In our case, let's start with the first one. We want it to be, like we have here, product / and then the number, right? So what we're going to do is, after product, we're going to do a /, and then we're going to do a colon, and then we're going to do ID. And let's click save. So this should, if we go back to this product page here, products, and refresh if it doesn't do this, and once I hover this, you can see it says at the bottom product /1. So if I go here now, you can see up here it says product, but we're still not having the correct information, right? But we haven't changed that yet. And we'll continue looking into in the next video how we can actually see if the data is being correctly sent. So see you in the next video.